Welcome friends to ZerOOne. Today we'll progress on our looping instruction and we'll see how for loop work. Okay, so for loop will be the last looping instruction provided in C that we will see today. Okay, so let us proceed. In previous sections we learned about while and do while loops, and we today see for loop. So see, I'm writing a program, then I will explain you the general structure of for loop. Okay, I write int I equal to 10, and then I write int a, and then I write for a equal to 0, a less than 10, a plus plus, printf %d I. See what we have done, we have initialized a variable I to 10 and then we have declared a variable a. Okay, and then here what we are doing, assigning a variable. See, this is the structure of for loop. Okay, we have this part is known as initialization part. Okay, this part is known as initialization part. Okay, so a variable is assigned a value 0, and then this is known as the condition checker. Okay, and this is a simple statement. Now a is 0, we are checking if a is less than 10. Yes, a is 0, 0 is less than 10. Okay, so this is true. So when it is true, control will directly come under the statements which are enclosed into this curly braces. Printf %i. So what is I? I is 10, so 10 will be printed. Now when all the statements inside this curly braces are executed, for instance we have only one statement, so if this statement is executed, control will jump to this one, and then this statement will execute a plus plus, so the value of a will become 1. After that the control will jump to this statement. Okay, so after jumping this, we will check 1 is less than 10. Yes, it is true. Again it will jump here, and similarly the loop will be created. So we will print 10, 10 and 10 and so on. How many times? 10 times we are going to print. For a equal to 0, for a equal to 1, and up to for a equal to 9, we are going to print this value of I. Okay, so this was the structure. Now when you know this, let me first write the general structure, and I will explain you there, and then we will practice some code, and then the idea will be clear. For this is the initialization part. Okay, and then condition, and then statement, statement 1, statement 2, and so on. Okay, so whenever this loop is executed, this part is executed only once. Okay, this part is executed only once. After that this condition is checked. Okay, if this condition is true, we go here, and after all the instructions are executed, we go to here. Again, after execution of this statement, control goes here. Okay, so what we need to keep in mind is that this portion is executed only once, and then condition is checked. Condition is true, all the statements inside this braces will be executed. After we have executed the last statement, the control will jump to this statement, and after the execution of this statement, again the condition will be checked. Now if it happens to be that condition is false, then what will happen? Further, the statement will not be executed and we will come out of this loop. Okay, now let us write some examples. See, this I is declared, here I is equal to 0. So this will be executed once, and then 0 is less than 5. It is true. Now the control will jump here. Printf 01. 01 is printed. Okay. Again, after the execution of this statement, I becomes 1 now. Now condition will be checked. 1 is less than 5. It is true. Again this will be printed, and so on. 01 will be printed. First for I equal to 0 it will be printed, for I equal to 1 it will be printed, 01, for I equal to 2, 01, for I equal to 3, 01, for I equal to 4. When the value of I becomes 5, what will happen? 5 less than 5. It is false. So when this condition becomes false, the statements will not be executed and we will go out of this loop. And if there are statements after this scope, if there are statements, those will be executed. In our example, there are no statements, so we'll come out of the program. Okay, so this was the structure and example. Now let us see some more examples to have a clear idea on for loop. I directly write for int I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Printf hi. Okay, so what we have done, we haven't initialized a variable here. We have directly initialized it here. Okay, and this is the initialization part. So this is true, this will work and hi will be printed. But some of the compilers do not support this. Okay, some of the compilers do not support this. So what we need to do, if the compiler is not supporting this type of thing, we have to declare it here int I, and then we can assign the value that we want. Okay, good. Now let us see one more example. Okay friends, see, I write int I equal to 0, and then I write for, okay, notice here what I am writing, I less than 10, I plus plus. Print f C is easy. Okay, see what we have done, we have left this part blank, left initialization part empty. Okay, we can do this. Okay, when we leave this blank, compiler will ignore this, no issue, but we have to have this semicolon. We cannot skip this because this was the structure. Okay, so we left this, now I is 0, so condition will be checked here, it will be executed, and now I will be incremented, and the same way the loop will work. And you know, this is executed only once. Okay, this is executed only once. So same way we can leave this also blank, and we can leave this also blank. See how we are leaving these things blank. Now, so see, we will leave this statement part of for blank. Okay, and here we are not able to increment I. So what will happen? We will fall in an infinite loop. Okay, see, C is easy will be printed, but there is no increment in the value of I. So what will happen? This condition will never become false and will fall in an infinite loop. Or what we can do is that we can leave this also blank. See how I am doing this. I've just left this blank, I've left just this one blank, and I've left this one blank. What will happen? Again we'll fall in an infinite loop. This is true, compiler won't report you any error, okay? But you will fall in an infinite loop, and C is easy will be printed till stack overflows, okay? So you can leave and you can write here any expression, valid expression. You can write here any valid expression. Here also you can write any valid expression. But one thing that you should keep in mind is that whenever you are writing expression here, do not put a semicolon here, because this is not the structure of for loop, okay? So this was a theoretical concept of for loop. Now let us analyze some examples. Okay guys. See, I write for printf high. See, in the initialization part, I wrote a valid expression. I wrote a valid statement, and then I write printf amazing. Okay, and I have left this part blank, okay? See, what will be the output? This will be executed, high will be printed. Okay, high is printed. Now this is condition, so this will be executed, amazing is printed. Now see, this is going to return you value what? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 7 is a non-zero value, condition is true. We will go here and infinite will be printed, and then it will return to this. So here nothing is written, and now it will jump here. Again amazing will be printed, and then infinite. So infinitely till the stack overflows, it is going to print like this. Only this part is going to be printed only once. Okay, am I clear? So this was the idea. You should always keep in mind this will be only executed once, and you can write any statement here, printf, scanf, and according to the return value of this statement, condition will be true or condition will be false. Okay, now let me write a program and I will discuss the issue of operators, okay, logical operators and bitwise operator through this example. Okay, see, I write for int a equal to 0, int b equal to 1. I write a plus plus and b plus plus, and then I write printf high, close it, and here I write printf %d a comma b. Okay, see, a is initialized a value 0, b is initialized a value 1. This is empty, no problem. So this is post increment. Okay, so what value will come? 0 will come here. Okay, 1 will not come. Why? Because first the value is assigned in post increment. Okay, and what value should come here? Post increment, it is post increment, so 1 should come here. Okay, got my point? Now see, this is 0 and this is 1. What is this statement going to return you? This statement is going to return you as 0. Why? Because logical AND of 0 and 1 is 0, isn't it? So a false and a true statement, logical AND of false and true is always false, and what we treat false as 0. So this is 0. Now See, so this is not going to be executed. So what will be the output? So a will be, now after the execution of this statement, a will become 1, and some guys might say that b will become 2, but this is not like this. Okay, what happens is, if the first term is sufficient enough to predict the output, then this term is not evaluated. See, if this is any non-zero value and this is a zero value, then obviously 0 logical and non-zero is going to return you a 0 value. And if we are doing logical AND of non-zero and non-zero, then it is going to return you a non-zero value, and the condition will be true. Here a zero value is logical ANDed with a zero value is logical ANDed with a non-zero value. Okay, so this is enough to tell you, this term is enough to tell you that the resultant the return value will be 0. Okay, so the output will be a will be 1, okay, and b is not going to be incremented, b will also be 1. Okay, again I am repeating, keep in mind, whenever the first term is sufficient enough to predict the output. See now, if this is 0, whatever be the value, this is always going to return you a 0. So this way, and if I write like this, suppose a OR of b, and a is 1 and suppose b is 2. Okay, let me write a plus plus and b plus plus. So the a plus plus is non-zero, and it is having a logical OR operation with b plus plus. So whatever the value of b plus plus is, whether non-zero or 0, it is always going to return you a non-zero value. So only this will be executed. So a will become 2 and b will become 2, b will remain 2. Okay, so this was, be cautious about these things. So we will practice these things in later video sections. Now let us talk about nested loop. Okay, see, we can have nested loop for, nested loop for while, and nested loop for do. So what this nested means? Nested means we can have a for loop, okay, and inside that for loop we can again have a for loop, and inside that for loop again we can have a for loop. Similar is the case with while, similar is the case with do while. So see, for example, how can we write for, okay, and inside that I have again started a for, inside that I can again start a for. Okay, similar is the case with while started again a while. Similar is the case with do while, do statements, then again here I can write do statements, we can close this. Now while, okay, now this will be closed, and the while of first loop. So this is nested loop. Okay, so we are not going to practice nested loop here, we'll practice in example section. Okay, see, when we are using a single statement after the for, then we need not put braces. Same as the case of as it was the case with if. Okay, when we are using a single statement, we need not put curly braces. Okay, but when we are using more than one statements, we have to put these braces. Okay, so it is always recommended to put braces. Okay, so this was all about for loop. Thank you guys for watching my video. Hope you have liked it. Please like and subscribe our channel.